What's happening, guys? So, those of you who are here right from the beginning, you'll know that this is a pre-recorded video. This is not live. This is a premiere. So, yeah, just to save any confusion, just in case anybody puts anything in the chat and I don't respond to it. But we have a match preview of Arsenal versus Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium, which, means that, as long as we avoid defeat, Liverpool aren't going to win the league title until they beat Spurs next week. Otherwise, should we lose at home to Crystal Palace, Liverpool are confirmed champions, which, in all fairness, it would not surprise me if we lost this game. It wouldn't, just based on that. But yeah, let's start getting into this. Like I said, all this is now is just a fight for second. You know what I mean? That's all this is. Just let's just see if we can keep second place. You know what I mean? I feel like I might have to recap the season, since though our Premier League season ends here. Really, when you think about it, you know what I mean? Regardless of what happens, even if we win, all it takes is for Liverpool just need one more win. You know what I mean? And we're about to watch Slot win the league on his first attempt. He's just come into this Premier League, right? First attempt, goes and wins the league. We were told Pep needs to leave so we can win the league. Once Pep leaves, we'll start dominating. Pep's as good as left when you look at what Man City have been doing this season. And now look. So going forward, when I look at any team that may enter the title race alongside us, I'm worried about anybody. You know what I mean? Liverpool about to win their first league title with spectators present, right? Because of us. Because we were up to it. Because the players just couldn't handle it. We can say what we want about the PJMOL and all this shit, yeah? End of the day, these players weren't good enough all season. All season. And Arteta knew, and everybody knew, look, you need a centre forward. If you sign a centre forward, you get over the line, because that's what everybody else did. Everybody else who won the league had a striker that was scoring, who was smashing the goals in. Everyone that won the league had that. And if they didn't, they signed somebody to make that happen. But no. Super Mick thought, I can get clever. You better win the Champions League then. Because the way I see this, anybody can come in and be in a title race with us. And as long as it's us that's the one that's competing with them, they'll be okay. Leeds United and Burnley have just come up. If they're in the title race with us, I'm worried about them. How sickening is that? I shouldn't need to worry about nobody else like that. Only the obvious. Nope. The fact that Liverpool just came in and has done this. Sorry. I personally, I don't think Arteta can take us over the line, because based on what I've seen, I don't. Now, whether he takes us over the line in Europe or not, I still don't think domestically he'll be able to take us over the line for the league. He for all we know, if he wins the Champions League, he might be one of those managers who is good in Europe but ain't good domestically. He might be one of them if he does that. But as for the league title, I'm sorry, how many more teams will need to come out of nowhere and win the league now? Because Liverpool, we've watched Liverpool all these years fail to win the league when it's been close with anybody, basically. Right? And we watched them win it 5 years ago when it wasn't close. This season, again, it wasn't close. You know what I mean? When's our season going to come where it's not even close? We just walk the league. When are we going to get that then? So bye-bye any chance of us winning the league title anytime soon. What happened? We could sign the striker, we could do this, we can do that. Sorry. I just don't I don't believe in Arteta like that. But anyways, we've got a match preview, and I don't want to get sidetracked and into me ranting about the same old thing I've been ranting about because I sound like a broken record right now. We've got a match preview against Crystal Palace, where we are on the road to cementing second place for the third season in a row. Way. Arsenal have likely already given up on their pursuit of the Premier League, but Liverpool could officially be confirmed as champion should the Gunners lose to Crystal Palace here. Arteta's men should be confident of delaying those celebrations based on their dominant recent home record, with only 3 of the last 36 home Premier League games ending in defeat, 126, drawn 7. Although 2 of those were in London derbies, both versus West Ham, the hosts produced a dominant display on Sunday to thrash 10-men Ipswich 4-0, a result which extended their unbeaten run across all competitions to 11 matches, 1-6, drawn 5. Home fans might expect to see more of the same here, given that not only have Arsenal won their last 6 against Crystal Palace, but they have scored 5 goals in both of their previous 2 in the league. After 2 morale-damaging defeats that saw Palace concede 5 goals against both Man City and Newcastle, yep, we can't forget that. They're on the back of conceding 10 goals in 2 games. So they're going to damn sure do a lot to try and not concede 5 more in this game. They showed real resilience last time to battle their way to a 0-0 draw with Bournemouth, despite playing over half the game with 10 men. That handed the Eagles their 24th point of 2025 so far, 1-7, drawn 3, lost 4, with only 5 sides managing more since the turn of the year. That highlights the fine job manager Oliver Glasner has done at Sellers Park, and he'll now be aiming to lead his side to another successful showing against fellow capital opposition. Palace have won their last 2 away Premier League London derbies, not since between April 1995 and November 1997, but they have won 3 in succession in the competition. So Palace have lost 2 of the last 5, drawing 2, winning 1, and we've won 3 of the last 5, drawing 2. Now the usual suspects are out. There's nothing here about Saka. I mean, he's expected to be okay anyway after that Ipswich prick, took him out from behind, tried to end his season. So our last 5 meetings against Palace, Arsenal won the last 5 against Palace. Last time we played them, we beat them 5-1 at Sellers Park in the league. Before that, here at the Emirates early on in the season, we beat them 3-2 in the EFL Cup quarterfinals. Before that, we smoked them 5-0 here last time we played them in the league here at the Emirates. And before that, we won 1-0 at Palace. And then before that, we won 4-1 here at the Emirates against Crystal Palace. So the last time Crystal Palace have beaten us was at Sellers Park in 2022 when they beat us 3-0. The last time they won at the Emirates Stadium was 2019 when they beat us 3-2. So other than that, I mean, the one in 2017 and the one in 1994 at Highbury, the one at 1994. So we've got a good record against Palace. Palace is a team that we always beat, really. So yeah, as it stands, we're 13 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool just need 1 win to win the league title, or they just need us to lose, and they're confirmed champions with 5 matches left to play. They're on 79 points. We're on 66. And Liverpool's next game is, Spurs. We all know Spurs are going to be like, you know what? There's nothing to go to play for anyway. So we'll like to see you lot win the league over Arsenal and do it right in front of our faces, because Spurs, the cooks like that. You know what I mean? The cook fan base. C-U-C-K. You know what I mean? So score prediction for this game, I'm going with Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 1. I do think we'll win this game. But I don't think we'll do anything special. Once the league is confirmed against Spurs by Liverpool, I think then you'll start to see a better Arsenal, because when the pressure's off, I mean, like I have higher hopes of us beating Liverpool at Anfield because the leagues will be already done. You know what I mean? When the pressure's on, that's when we're you know. But although in Europe we've been good this season, but you know, I'm just not sure how much I can really get over this, because I made a short video, and this is where Liverpool fans they're getting insufferable. But I understand it's your first league title with spectators being there to see it, so I suppose let them have it. But I made a video about how people are saying about how nobody will care if Liverpool win the league, right? And I get what people are saying. Now, I'm not saying that people genuinely don't give a shit type of thing, like taking shots at Liverpool. The point of the matter is if these certain scenarios play out, people are not going to give a shit that Liverpool win the league. For example, as I said, if Arsenal win the Champions League, if Man United or Spurs, especially Spurs, win the Europa League, if Chelsea win the conference, and if anybody but Man City wins the FA Cup, nobody's going to be talking about Liverpool winning the league. Because you already have the media saying Liverpool will only win the Premier League, as if, almost downplaying that Liverpool will win the Europa League, win the Premier League, and just the Premier League only. You know what I mean? So if they're saying that already, based on the fact that Liverpool failed to win the EFL Cup against Newcastle, what are they going to say if the scenario I just listed plays out? You know what I mean? Obviously, Liverpool fans will care. It goes without saying. But in terms of it being spoken of highly by everybody else, people are going to focus on the scenarios that played out that might happen that I just listed. If Arsenal win the Champions League, that's going to get spoken about a lot more than Liverpool winning the Premier League. It's not like we haven't seen Liverpool win the Premier League before. This would just be the first time while spectators are there with no interruptions. You know what I mean? If Spurs win the Europa League, especially, ending their trophy drop with a European trophy, and let's just say Spurs and Arsenal win their respective European competitions, and then it's a case of it's a North London Derby Super Cup. People are going to be talking about that. You know what I mean? If anybody but City win the FA Cup, for example, Forest, Villa, or Palace, everyone's going to be talking about how City failed. You know what I mean? If Chelsea win the conference, on top of that, not that it really gets spoken about too much because everybody expects them to do it. But I thought I'd just throw that in there, because if that happens at the same time, you know what I mean? If you see English teams dominate Europe, I'm sorry, but the amount of people that are going to give a shit about Liverpool winning the league title, it's not going to be the same as when City won it in 2012. Dramatic last day. You know what I mean? All the time City won it on the last day. When Leicester won it. You know what I mean? When you're going to win the league, when you are sure of winning the league, that's when the spark gets taken away. Now people start looking at the relegation fight, the top 4 fight, even the fight for 17th, to not finish 17th between Man U and Spurs. That's getting traction now because the league's done. And that's the point I was getting at, but it is what it is. But yeah, another second place finish, which I'm sure will finish second again. Let me just find it. Another second place finish. Again. So I have no faith in us domestically. And in fact, not let me not talk like that, because we haven't done anything in Europe yet. So I have no faith in us, period. You know what I mean? We're just living off hope that we do something in Europe this season. But I don't expect it. And I damn sure don't expect us to do anything in the league again. It's just going to be a case of Arteta, he'll get given the tools now to try and win the league, and I don't think he'll succeed, because I just don't think he's built for that. He's shown us 3 well, can we say we were in the title race really when we were so far behind? Let's just call it 3 title races, right? He came close in 2023, top of the league for 93% of the season, right? And he followed it up with signing Kai Havertz. Didn't follow it up with signing somebody serious, a serious striker. No. Then he nearly won the league again. Yeah. What did we get? 85 points or something. Now we're even worse. So he got more points last season than the season before. And now we're, you know, the maximum points we can finish on is like what? What can we finish on? 70 something. You know what I mean? Like, if you're showing me second 3 times on a spin, 2 of those was against the same club, and the other one was against a club that hadn't won the league for about 4 years prior, and are not known for you know, they were known as the COVID winning season. People almost wanted to discount that season when Liverpool won it because fans weren't there to see the remainder of it. And we let them come in and go and win it. You're telling me I'm going to have faith in him being able to overthrow Man City and Liverpool next season? God knows who else is going to come into the picture that we have to worry about. I'm looking at it like, you could give us a striker. I still don't think that with Arteta as a manager that he's going to get us over the line like that. But, you know, toxic positives don't want to hear it, of course. But they've watched Liverpool get slot in straight away and won them the league straight away. So they in their head, nobody could do that for us. In their head, it's only Arteta that can do that. Nobody can come in and win the league straight away. There's literally man out there, right? Let's say Arteta leaves or gets sacked end of this season. Yeah. There's literally man out there that are capable of taking this team with a little bit of additions on top and winning the league straight away. When Slot can walk into that and win the league straight away. But no, these man, cause these man have an obsession with Arteta. It's uncontrollable, you know. Because let's face it, it's a shitload of fans like that is why the club is stagnant in what's going on. Like things like this affect different fans differently. Some fans are okay with seeing the rival teams around them do everything that we've been crying out to do since we moved into that stadium. They're okay with it. Me, on the other hand, and many others that are like me, I can't stand to see my rivals doing what we were told that building this and being in this we were meant to do while being in this. But, you know, let's just hope that we'll finish the season off or something. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel for all the socials. The link is in the description below. And I'll see you guys for the match reaction tomorrow night, where, you know, we may have beaten Palace and halted Liverpool from winning the league. At least we can watch Liverpool beat Spurs, I suppose. But, you know, who gets the last laugh? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.